Hello and welcome to this video, and she'll be reacting to Croatia's song for Eurovision 2025, Poison Cake by Marko Bošnjak. A disclaimer. Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. The shortest and simplest reason being that I find the actions of the Israeli government to be abhorrent and their broadcaster isn't a separate entity. My reasons in their entirety, however, are numerous and too detailed for a disclaimer like this, but videos closely aligning with my point of view are listed in the description. I encourage you to watch those videos and do something. Further resources are added as and when they become relevant. I'll stop addressing this when it no longer needs to be addressed. First of all, I'd like to give you a little bit of a tour of where I am. Behind me is the Central Library in Hamburg, and then over there, that is the Markthalle in the distance, where Joker Out had their first and so far only concert in Hamburg. And if we zoom across, there's a big tech shop and the central train station over there, and then a museum of art over there as well. Now let me put the camera in its place on the barrier. This is a very fun entry for Croatia. They are doing something a little bit different. They are keeping their kind of edgy streak that's been going ever since Let 3 really, and that is pretty exciting for them. I didn't know who Croatia was going to choose, sincerely. I thought Dora was very open this year, and it was a surprise to me who they were going to choose. So Marko Bošnjak it is. That was one of the more standout songs of the national final for sure. It stood out the most from all of them. He did come first to the juries and fourth with the televoters, which to me means that the stadium must have been crazy or something, because this isn't a type of song that I would associate with coming first to the juries. I remember it vaguely, but not entirely, so I can't tell you everything about the song before watching the live performance. I wasn't watching Dora, I still had a visitor, and that's why I am filming this video here on the way to work today on Monday. And yeah, I haven't got anything else to say about the song before I dive into it, so let's just dive right into the performance now. I did cut the postcard down because they took like 30 seconds, so I'm just going to watch a little bit of the postcard. Let's have a look at the live performance now. But I do think the postcards were fun, with them showing up through the letters of their name at one point as well. That's nice at the end here. Okay, and it's pulsing. He starts upside down, wow. It's very intense there. Good for him. This song kind of needs it. Wow, he's got the triangle shoulders of last year. That's cool. It does need to be very slick. Ooh, he's sat in like, what is this, a kitchen? I think it might have been a kitchen if it's Poison Cake. This is fun. This is really fun. I like his attitude. Wow, the cape is very dramatic. He's really putting his all into his performance. I love this. And those hats are something. And they've got flared out trousers to match the triangle shoulders. I like this. Oh, that's very dramatic. I like this. I like his intensity and the camera moving to like not be just directly on. This is cool. He's like moving a bit like a snake now. I love this contrast. I love it. And it feels like the performance is lasting a while, which is a good thing. It means it's more memorable. I like this part of the song. This is like really old-timey instrumental, kind of. That's a pretty guttural scream. I don't remember what it sounded like in the studio version of the scream. I'm not sure that if I was a jury I would be giving that a lot of points, but maybe they know something I don't. I genuinely don't know. This is cool as well. Stomping. Works. Good. Yeah. I like this. It's very dark. Oh, and the other artists clapping as well. And the audience. Ah, and that shaft as well. Nice. Yeah, that's so fun for Croatia. They are being really edgy at Eurovision recently, aren't they? Like, I know Rim Taki Dim is pretty accessible, but it's still on the edgy side of accessible. Wow. No, that's really, really fun for Croatia. Well done. I'm excited about this. One of the few songs I'm excited about after the first listen. First watching the performance. I had it in my top 10 initially in the rankings of Croatia, but not in the top 5. I do really like this performance though. I haven't seen any other performances. I'll catch up on them later today. But that is really, really fun. A really good stage performance, really good stage presence as well from Marko. So well done. A second Marko in a row for Croatia. Cool. This is in the second half of the first semi-final, which seems to be just like all men. In that second half, I think so far we do only have Beatrice from Albania. So that is bad for all of them. They're going to stand out less from one another. They're all going to need to do something special to make themselves stand out, not each other, because otherwise they won't stand out from each other. And I think that does make it more difficult to predict right now whether this will qualify. I've been saying most songs will qualify, to be honest. And I really hope this one will, because this is special, this is unique, this is a little bit different to them, because I think quite a few of them are going to be stepping on each other's toes with like dancey guys, and this is not really about the dance, this is more about the song, which I think is going to help it. I hope so. But I do think it will qualify. I know not everything can. I will be making qualifiers predictions videos later, but first watching the performance, he really seems to have a great stage presence and a good creative vision. I think the staging can be changed a tiny bit for Eurovision, but it doesn't need to be. This is already pretty great. Maybe it was a little bit dark at times because of the costumes also being black, but I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was that dramatic. So my gut feeling is that it will be qualifying. That is my honest prediction right now. But it is difficult if the second half is, I think, entirely men right now. And Gabri Ponte could be chosen for San Marino, and I've forgotten what other countries there are there. But yeah, that could make it difficult for all of them, which is unusual at Eurovision. I feel like there's usually slightly more women than men participating. So that is, yeah, surprising to me that this first semi-final is full of so many men. I think there's only like 2 women in there right now. I think it's just Justyna Zyczkowska and Beatrice. But that is, fascinating. I mean, obviously there might be background dancers, but of the artists. I do think it will be qualifying. I think that's not really something that Croatia's at risk of. He performed it pretty well already, and I think he'll only get better in the next 2 months. So I'm not particularly worried about it qualifying. And I really imagine this will be pretty far up in my personal rankings, because I haven't been excited about most of the songs, but I did get quite excited about this performance. So I think I'll be putting it quite far up. So well done, Croatia. I think this is a good continuation. As I say, I really wasn't sure who Croatia were going to choose, so this is a surprise to me in terms of I would have been okay or would have said, yeah, that makes sense for about 10 of the different artists, depending who brought the best stage package. So that's completely fine. That is Marko Bošnjak. Pretty exciting. Let's see where it's landed in the community rankings. Just a few hours after it was chosen, well, overnight, it has landed in 24th out of 26. That's so low. People don't like it. Did people think something else was going to win for Croatia? Am I going to be like defending Croatia this year? I think it's qualifying. I know this isn't like a qualifying prediction, but like, okay. I mean, I know Eurovision scoreboard tends to like dislike men, but this is insane, and it's like entirely Balkans in the bottom 4 with Montenegro, Croatia, Slovenia, Serbia. That is insane. I really thought this might have just about snuck into the top 10 on my Eurovision scoreboard. That is a surprise to me. Okay. Well, I'll defend Marko Bošnjak. I like Poison Cake. I think the lyrics aren't the most genius things out there. I also haven't looked into the lyrics properly enough to be able to tell you if there is a much deeper meaning or not. But 24 out of 26 is still insane to me. I didn't think it'd be that low. Maybe my Eurovision scoreboard is glitching or something, I don't know, but this feels very low for me. Okay, well, that is a shock for me. And I think that's where I'm going to leave it as well, because I don't have anything else to say about Poison Cake by Marko Bošnjak, which is Croatia's song for Eurovision 2025. So thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that got something out of it. I'll see you next one, that shows up on your feed. Bye! They're all going to need to do something special to make each other stand out. Oh well, make themselves stand out, not each other, because otherwise they won't stand out.